Hey, everybody. Welcome to Latter-day Lesbian, the podcast about an ex-mormon gay girl just trying to figure out her life and stuff.
Yep. What's your name?
Mary.
My name's Shelly.
Hi.
Hi.
How's it going over there?
It's going good.
Across the table.
Uh-huh.
Do you feel kind of far away from me right now?
No, but there's a
Not
freaking
really.
mosquito in here somewhere, and it keeps getting me, and I'm getting a little irritable. Not gonna
Yeah,
lie.
I'm kind of like at the, in the mosquito restaurant business. I'm sort of the last chance.
Well, you're also fully clothed, and I'm wearing a tank top and shorts.
Well, I just got in from work,
Okay.
so I didn't really change. So
Well, and
there
that's
you
okay.
go.
You look real cute.
Oh, thanks. I mean, I do have exposed skin. It's not like I'm
Yeah, but I have a lot of exposed skin.
not like I'm wearing a Mormon pioneer outfit.
It's not like I'm dressed for Trek.
No, I'm not dressed for Trek. Little shout out to our Trek video. Check it out on YouTube.
You don't have on your plaid blouse.
Nope, not.
It's my plaid blouse.
I
in
got
the
my
laundry.
plaid blouse out of the laundry yesterday. I laundered it. That's a weird word, isn't it?
It is
Laundered.
a weird word.
Okay. Hey, can we just say a little something about toaster ovens for a second?
Oh, God.
So I have heard from a number of people on Facebook who raised their hands. Yes, indeed, they own a toaster oven, Shelly.
Okay, well, I would say that the number of people who said they owned one compared to the number of people who listened to the podcast, the percentage of toaster oven owners.
I need to see your research.
Well, we know how many people listen, and we know how many people said they have toaster ovens.
How many people felt toaster shamed after that episode? Who's going to be speaking up now? I don't think so.
Did I toaster shame?
You didn't create a welcoming space for toaster oven owners.
Okay, listen, for all of you out there who have toaster ovens, I am safe. You can tell me, and I will love you.
Okay. Are you going to judge them secretly? Kind of
Yeah.
like if they have a toaster oven and they're watching Sliding Doors as they make like toaster pastries in it or something?
100%.
By the way, Pop-Tarts, that was your example of what you can do in a toaster. Are you 12? I'm going to
little
shame
bit,
you
yeah.
now.
I'm just saying the toast tastes better out of a toaster than a toaster oven.
Okay. I guess I just haven't really paid much attention
And I
to
know that
toast
your toaster
taste.
oven is convection and you can like dehydrate.
I just don't think like toasts are not like high on the, list of delicious foods.
I love toast. It's easy. It's quick. It's
Okay.
like a butter vessel.
Well, all right. But okay, let's say butter vessel wise, you got a plate of toast or you got a plate of crab legs and you got butter in the middle. What do you go for?
What is you don't put crab legs in a toaster oven.
No, I'm kind of off of toasters right now, and I'm talking about the butter
No,
vessel.
we're still on.
I mean, you could put a crab legs in a toaster oven. They have a little bendy part.
Are you
like
really
a
going to
knuckle.
put crab legs in the toaster oven to prove a point?
I mean, maybe I will.
God.
Are you going to put them in a toaster? You're going to start
No,
using
I'm
a
saying
You're going to start using crab leg to like fish your burnt
fish stuff
toast
out so
out
that
of
my
your
burnt
toaster.
toast tastes a little fishy. No, what I'm saying is toast. Okay,
Uh-huh.
super easy. You don't have to make anything. You just pull the bread out of the thing, throw in the toaster, push it down. It pops up. Butter vessel. You can put butter all over it. It's a delicious snack.
You can't put butter on toast that's come out of a toaster
It's
oven.
not as good. It's kind of like dried. I know what's happening is your convection toaster oven that dehydrates is actually dehydrating the bread that we try to make into toast. Is that what's going on?
Raise your hand if you're tired of the toast conversation.
Moving on.
Maybe we need to look into a better toaster oven option. Maybe
we just get a freaking toaster.
Maybe we should check out Consumer Reports.
Oh God,
Is that still a thing?
Yes, listen, your toaster oven works great for everything but toast.
Maybe I know what you're getting for Christmas.
A toaster.
Maybe. Or a better toaster oven.
No.
Merry Christmas to me.
Oh, God.
Is it a song? It is
No.
now.
All right,
Okay,
moving
should we
on.
move on from that discussion?
Basically, I know I'm right. Moving on. What did we do last weekend, Mary? Pride party.
Oh, yeah, the Pride Party. That was so great.
Yeah, so we had a pride party at a gay bar in Alexandria. Nope. Arlington, thank you.
I guess they call it a gay bar, but there were a lot of different types of people in that bar, including straight people and trans people.
No, it's very true.
So I think we should maybe not call it a gay bar.
Okay, we had a pride party at a everyone bar.
Called Freddy's.
And we had a really good crowd. Thank you, everyone who came. I love meeting our listeners and getting to know them better.
Yeah, that was fantastic.
It's awesome. It's so much fun hearing people's stories. And then karaoke.
Yeah, somehow I missed the karaoke because the sign-up sheet, you put your name in and it would be an hour before you were called to the stage.
But I took someone's name. So Robin
I see how you operate.
Signed up, and then Robin left. And so I took Robin's slot with the song that she had already picked out. And it was
Wait for
Mr.
it.
Brightside. Got it. It was Mr. Brightside by the Killers. And I was very drunk. I had just bought shots for some people. We had done
Including
the shots.
yourself.
Yes. And then
I know I look over at one point and you all are doing shots. I'm like, where's my shot?
I bought you a shot after when you were like, where's my shot? I'm like, you okay.
Way to be inclusive.
Anyway, I took the second round of shots after a few beers and a cocktail for me to get up there and do Mr. Brightside with my two friends. And in the moment, I thought we did great, but looking back, it was horrible.
Well, you had a video of it.
I do, and I will not be posting that. Maybe for our high-end patrons.
Maybe that could be a reward. If we get to 125 patrons.
There's an idea.
We'll
it's
post
pretty
that
bad.
really shitty video.
It's horrible. Because the song, Mr. Brightside, it's not like you can really sing anything but monotone until you get to the chorus. Any of you who know that song know what I'm talking about. Anyway, it was awesome. Super fun. Got to know people better. Met some new friends. Got some new listeners.
Yeah.
Our waiter was amazing. Trey.
Oh, yeah. He was great.
Yeah, we'll have to go back and see Trey.
We
ran into that girl that you and she was our bartender back when we first started dating, and then she quit. What bar was that? The girl we met on the street.
Oh, yeah. High Tide Lounge.
Yeah, the first place we kissed.
Our third date. That was our third date.
Yeah, so she was our bartender on our third date. Yeah. And then she sort of disappeared because she got a job at another bar, and we were walking out of Freddy's, and she was walking toward Freddy's, and she recognized us. That was so awesome.
Yeah, I know.
We hugged.
Aw,
yeah. It was great.
Erica,
that's right. Yep. Erica. Shout out to Erica.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, it was. Anyway.
I always liked her.
Yeah. I feel like we need to have more parties. I really enjoy partying. I will drink less next time. That was
yeah, maybe hydrate.
Much.
Maybe have a drink and then drink a glass of water.
Yeah.
Just space it out a little bit more.
Yeah, because I woke up in the morning still
you were not feeling well.
Oh, and then you kind of were like, we need to go eat. You need to eat something. And so you dragged me to this place around the corner, and I ate a huge pile of fried chicken and biscuits and gravy, which totally helped, by the way. And then I came.
You had all the beige foods.
I did. The whole plate was beige, plus my coffee.
Pretty sure they made that in a toaster oven, by the way.
I doubt it. Anyway, came back, laid on the couch, and I just slept until like 3:00.
Yeah.
Just in time to get up and go get my tattoo
That wasted
finished.
like a whole day for you.
Yeah, it took me a day of recovery. And then, so Saturday was recovery. And even on Sunday, I was still a little like not myself.
It's not worth it. Drinking that much is just not worth losing that much time.
So I think you can drink that much when you're, 22.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe so.
Regardless, I'm not doing that again until next year.
Okay.
But we'll have more parties.
Why? What's next year?
I don't know. I think I need a year from not feeling as gross as I did.
Okay. What about at our 100,000 party, which is probably just around the corner? Are we going to have one?
I will get shit-faced. And yes, we will party. It is just around the corner.
Didn't you just say you were going to pace yourself?
Well, here's the thing. The pride party we were there for 6 hours at this bar. I would say that was pacing myself, but I happened to cram a bunch of drinks in at the very end. Maybe
this is what I think happens with ex-mormons who have spent 20 years not drinking anything. And then they're like, teenagers.
Yeah.
And they're like, whoa, time to party. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and I mixed alcohol a lot. That was probably not the best.
Oh, yeah, probably not.
So enough of our weekend. It was fantastic. Now we're back doing what we do.
Doing our thing. Oh, we should probably talk about Patreon.
Oh my gosh, yes, go.
Oh, well, I noticed that, so we hit 100 patrons. Thank you all.
That was awesome.
And thank the new ones. Because you had put a video up on Facebook asking for just a couple extra patrons to meet our 100 goal. Like our 100 patron goal.
Yeah.
Yep. And it happened. We reached it.
You guys put out the call. You accepted it.
You answered the call. Yeah.
What has it? Something called or few? All are called, but few are chosen.
All are chosen, but few. No.
I don't know.
I
Whatever.
don't know. No one cares.
Return with honor. Okay.
Return with Is that a foom pod?
Oh, it's a foom pod.
Ooh, maybe that could be today's foom pod.
We'll see.
Okay.
Anyway.
Anywho. So we got to 100 patrons as the reward. You read your patriarchal blessing on video.
Sure did.
And posted it for all the patrons to see, right?
Sure did. Sure did.
So, but I noticed when I read the fine print, you had also promised that we would pull 5 winners out of a hat who would get...
oh my gosh, why do we not have a top hat and a seer stone to pull these things? Damn it.
Well, the seer stone isn't real.
Oh.
Top hats are real. We could have that, but we don't. We have this bowl.
I'm going to start recording now while you explain what's going on.
You have your
yeah, because we're going to post a video of us pulling the names.
Oh, yeah, so we're on the up and up. So, yeah, so Shelly promised that 5 people drawn at random, and I've got a bowl right here, would receive one of our swag bags and coffee mugs.
Swag bags and coffee mugs. Coffee mugs are fresh off the presses. It just got in like 2 days ago.
They smell like... Coffee.
Porcelain.
No, porcelain.
Is that what they are?
Freshly
ceramic.
Minted ceramic from China.
Yes. Thank you, Chinese.
And coffee residue. Not really.
No.
We just pulled one
We'll
out
send them
and
clean.
I drank out of it this morning.
And it worked.
It sure did. It held the coffee.
It held the coffee. And what else do you need?
So we're going to do it right now, right?
Do it.
If you want to check out the swag bags and the coffee mugs, you can go on to our website at latterdaylesbian.org/shop and check it out.
Cool.
See what you're getting. And now, without further ado, I will pull these 5 names.
Don't cheat.
I'm not cheating. I'm
I'll
not
write the
even
names down when you
looking
pull
at
them.
it. Okay.
Name one.
Name one is Brenda N.
Brenda N.
Brenda N. Right there in yellow and black. We ran out of white paper, but that's okay.
It happens. All right, Brenda N.
number
We got
2.
some on your way. Go.
Mark B.
Mark B.
Thank you, Mark.
No, Mark's going to thank us because we're sending him some stuff.
Yeah, that's true. Number 3 is Tim, the Little Factory Foreman.
Tim Factory. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. He's going to love it.
Hilarious.
It's so good.
Okay, number 4 is Cassie P.
Cassie, is that Cassie?
Nope, with a Y.
Oh, okay.
Thank you,
Cassie
Cassie. And the last name, drum roll, please. Kimberly A.
Kimberly A.
Nice.
All right, there you go. You are the first 5 winners of our drawing for swag bags. I kind of like this. Should we do this every...
Well, we
sometimes?
sort of talked sometimes. We talked about today is, we could do it every 100 or every 25 we could have one winner.
Oh, we could do that too.
Yeah, so we're going to keep this bowl.
Yep.
And then we'll just subtract these names.
This was actually the bowl that we used at Pride to hand out wristbands, the adult size.
Yep, and now it's holding names of patrons. It's so multi-purpose.
It really is. I'm so glad we got that for $2.
Yeah, me too.
Okay, we're still on our Patreon topic here because we have new patrons to announce.
Oh, yeah, we sure do.
I am floored at how great we're doing right now with patrons joining. It just makes me so happy. It makes us feel like people listen and they care and they want to see the videos.
And I think they believe in what we're doing and they want to support us, which is fantastic.
Yes, that does feel great.
I love that so much.
If you're not a patron yet, go to patreon.com/LatterdayLesbian. We have all sorts of tiers. We appreciate your support. We have bills to pay, as far as podcasting goes.
Yeah.
And this money from subscriptions
Ignore the dogs.
Will help us to get the bark box removed from Domino. No, it pays for things that we give out
like
for
muzzles
Pride
for the
and
dogs.
for muzzles for the dogs.
Yeah,
yeah, and new equipment and things like that. So we appreciate it. All right, here are the new patrons.
Let's hear them.
And we reached our 5 patron goal for last week. Number 1. Desi Who. That's the name she submitted. I love it. Is that from the Sneetches?
I think that is probably the Grinch. Cindy Lou Who.
Oh,
Yahoo Dore.
Same thing. Mm-hmm. Anyway, thank you.
By the way, the Grinch can be a drinking game. I know you love to drink, Shelly.
I do.
So every time that they say or sing the word who, you have to drink.
While you're watching the movie?
Well, the Grinch is like a half-hour special. on CBS every year.
Okay, this year we're doing it. Next, Susie B, which is the cousin of Susie B. Anthony.
Well, that would be Susie A. This is Susie B.
Oh. Whatever.
I actually know Susie B.
What?
She is a friend of mine from high school.
Whoa.
I know, we're going back
That's
a few
awesome.
years. Thanks, Susie. Appreciate that so much.
Next, Chelsea J. I think it says Chelsea. My handwriting's kind of junk right there. Chelsea J, if your name's not actually Chelsea, let us know.
Okay,
But
what do you
looks
think
like
it
Chelsea.
might be?
Chols.
Chulse? Chulse?
I think it's Chelsea.
I think you're probably right.
All right, next one, Natasha M.
Oh, you know.
Love you, Natasha.
You know
I do. I know
Natasha.
her personally, and she is super strong.
Okay.
There you go. Next, David B.
Nice.
Thanks, David B. And finally, Thea G.
All right. Thanks
Thank
to
you.
everybody.
You guys all kick so much ass.
Yep.
You make us feel all good inside.
Yes. Thank you so much. The money goes to really, really good use.
Yeah.
And, you know what? We do need to correct something that we had initially, we were going to support Encircle, and now we are supporting Flourish.
So Flourish is actually a group of therapists in Utah County who give free or reduced cost therapy to LGBTQ youth, which I thought, yeah, you know what?
Yeah, that seemed like a good cause.
Yeah.
There was a little controversy. We weren't sure exactly what was going on around
And I don't,
Encircle.
and we try to not get involved in any kind of controversy.
Right.
There's a billion sides to every story. But looking in, we just thought, you know what? Let's really support those who are actually the ones that are
providing the
therapy.
counseling
Yeah.
services.
Yes.
Yeah, so that's what we decided to do, along with Sam Young's cause,
Yes.
Protect Every Child. So those are our causes that we are supporting. So 10% of every Patreon tier goes to support those two causes. And we just I wanted to make that little correction there.
Good correction, baby.
Okay.
Let me talk about something else really quickly. We are still collecting letters for our July spirituality.
Yeah, we have a bunch. So
Yeah.
this is exciting. I'm really
Yes.
excited about it.
So we've got like one more week to send them in. That's it. So get them sent. And we will read them.
Yes, we
We'll
will.
have a good discussion.
Speaking of letters, we get so many, and we have decided, I think we mentioned this last week, to start a midweek podcast.
I know. And the first one's coming out tomorrow.
Well,
But when you guys hear this, it'll be last Wednesday.
Why do we always do that
if you're
to
listening
ourselves?
right now and
may
you
have
didn't,
already heard it.
you may have already heard it. If you didn't, and you're like, oh my gosh, what are they talking about? Yeah, we started a midweek podcast called LDL Letters.
At least for the time being.
Yeah, we might change it. I don't know.
calling
That's what it is
that.
right now. So keep sending letters in. We have so many letters, and we haven't been able to talk about them as much on the podcast because there's just so many issues to talk about. So we wanted to have a podcast all for letters. That's it. Letters and discussion.
discussing them. Yep, exactly. Cool. So we started that. And what's next, Shelly?
You know, I'm feeling a foom pod.
Yeah? You want to dive into a foom pod?
You know what's funny is I rarely even call it fucked up Mormon phrase of the day because foom pod to me, that's what it is. But
maybe you're watching your language.
no.
Young lady.
Fuck. Clearly I'm not.
Okay.
All right, so cue music.
It's the fucked up Mormon phrase of the day.
Mary,
Yes, Shelly.
today's fucked up Mormon phrase of the day is cultural hall.
Cultural hall.
I know all you ex-Mormons are like, oh my God.
So did the Mormons feel like they needed to dedicate some space to learning about other cultures or trying to
Do you
be...
think that Mormons care about other cultures?
don't know.
Stop.
Maybe. You know, they're
Well, that'd be a
right.
first.
Aren't they trying to, except for Oaks, make improvements or make little strides towards inclusion, etc.? I don't know. No.
I mean, they'll say one thing and then like pull it right out from underneath you what they've said and make
Okay.
it worse. So
So I got to cue the buzzer, don't I?
Yeah, go ahead.
All
Buzzer.
right. There it is.
All right. So a cultural hall is actually located in a Mormon church.
Okay.
And it's a hall that people use for many things, but mostly to have wedding receptions.
Oh.
So it's a cultural hall. It's a hall where you have wedding receptions, but it's actually a gymnasium.
It is.
It is.
So people have to have their wedding receptions
when they
in a
have their wedding
gymnasium?
reception at the free cultural hall, they have to decorate the basketball goals. Like they're there, you can't
Wow, that's
get
a
rid
good
of them.
look.
Yeah.
Can they put like curtains curtains up and stuff? Or?
I mean, you can. You could try, but usually the ceilings are really tall because it's in a gym, and so they have tall ceilings.
And
if
they
you're
smell
play
like
volleyball.
sneakers.
They do. True story. And so people have tried to come up with really
Why do they call a
inventive-
gym a cultural hall?
Well, it's a gym when you're playing sports there, but when you're having something like a wedding reception, it's the cultural hall.
But that's kind of a lame name
listeners, I want pictures of your cultural hall / gym
Wedding photos?
receptions. Yes, send them in because Mary needs to see.
Yeah, wow. This reminds me of like when people would have weddings and wedding receptions in like moose lodges and stuff. You know, just not your typical space that you would rent out, but maybe.
But is there a basketball goal that you're trying to cover up?
Probably not. Probably not.
So I picked this one because cultural hall is something that I don't know if any other people on the planet, group of people, use that terminology for
Well, it's
a
just
gym.
a weird name for a gym or even like a wedding reception facility.
It's
What
in
else
the cultural hall.
That's a strange thing to call it. What else do they do in there?
Well, you play basketball.
Uh-huh.
Also, it's overflow for the chapel. So when too many people are in the chapel and they need to open up these big accordion doors, so people can sit in the gym / cultural hall to listen to sacrament meeting, which is horrible because it's always the people go back there with their screaming babies and it echoes because it's a gym. It's like echoey and shit.
It's super echoey in there. Yeah. Oh man, I bet wedding receptions are really loud because it's really echoey in a gym.
It's true. It's true.
And it smells like sneakers.
It does.
Just saying.
It does.
Okay.
It's such a crappy,
reason-
like Mormon culture thing to do is to have a wedding reception there. It sucks.
Reason number 5,321 to not be a Mormon.
Boom.
Yep.
I think that was 22, but okay.
Reason number 22?
5,300 and
okay.
22. Anyway,
All right.
There you go.
That's your foom pod.
Keep sending them in, guys.
Oh, do we have someone to thank for that one? Did someone send that in?
It was all
That was
me.
all you,
It was
huh?
all me.
Okay, somebody needs to send in a better foom pod.
Well, I needed one that was kind of not that involved because we have a big topic today that we're going to go into.
Okay.
So,
But first, I think we should pimp a pod. We have one to pimp,
We do
don't
have
we?
a pod to pimp.
Uh-huh. We
Who's
sure
gonna
do.
say cue music.
Oh, you know you love to do it.
Cue music.
Pimp your pod. Oh yeah. I said pimp your pod.
Okay, you go. You pimp this one.
So this was the Sunstone Podcast, episode 24. You can actually look up Sunstone Podcast wherever your favorite podcast can be heard.
Good one.
And episode 24 is Life Outside the Closet, a talk with the Latter-day Lesbians. So that was cool. We both were guests on this podcast. John Larson was the host. He hosts most of these, doesn't he? Is it every
so.
single one? Or
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure how
He was
they have
fun,
a lot
though.
of episodes.
I enjoyed getting to know him.
Yeah, he was fantastic. I enjoyed hearing his story, and he heard our story, and it was also neat for me to be included on one of these other podcast interviews because I don't do that very often.
It was neat for me too.
No, you enjoyed that,
I
did you?
enjoyed hearing you talk
Oh, okay.
with your talky voice.
With my
Talking.
Okay. Am I loquacious? It's a big word, isn't it?
I've never said that word in my life.
Have you heard of that
I am
word?
not going to start now.
That was Sunstone Podcast. Okay. Listen to it. Check it out.
Next, I think we should take a break and pay some bills.
Okay, we'll be right back.
Alrighty.
And we're back.
Now we are going to start into some deep shit.
Deep shit, huh?
Deep shit. And I'm excited about it because these are some things we need to talk about.
Okay.
We need a he said what?
Oh, okay. Oh, like a new one.
Yeah.
The one we're about to do.
Yes.
Oh, so we need to do our intro.
We do.
On
Are we
3?
if you say on 3, I'm going to... Okay, you say what number we're doing it on, then I'll do the counting.
On 25?
Okay.
Just kidding.
1, 2, 3, 4.
That would take too long.
It would.
Oh, you pick the number we're going to do it on.
No.
Okay.
You pick because I know how to count to it, not from it. You pick the number.
All right, we're going to do it on 1
Okay.
from 3.
Okay.
Is that too complicated? Rock, paper, scissors.
Oh my God. 3, 2, 1. He said what?
What's today's He Said What,
Today's
Shelly?
He Said What is brought to you by Jeffrey R. Holland. Wait, what happened to Oaks?
Yeah, what happened to Oaks?
You know what? I can still fill space with Oaks because he's such an asshat. He has said so many homophobic things. Mm-hmm. But you know what? I'm going to give the guy a break. Not really, but only because in that same week where Oaks said that dumb shit stuff that we talked about last week, Elder Jeffrey R. Holland decided to say some shitty stuff too. So I think that he deserves to be called out as well.
Okay.
Who is Jeffrey R. Holland?
Yeah,
you
I was
may ask?
wondering that.
Well, he is in the quorum of the 12 apostles.
Is that so? That's
How special is that?
Is that like the henchman of the prophet?
Yeah, supposedly it's exactly the same as the apostles in Jesus' day.
Oh yeah.
Bullshit. So here's
these
what we've
guys
got.
think really highly of themselves.
Oh God, yes they do.
Yeah.
So we've got the current prophet Nelson. Next in line is Oakes.
Okay.
After that is Henry B. Eyring. All right. So if
We don't hear from that guy very much. Does he talk?
did he die?
Oh shit.
Am I looking at some old information? I don't know. Someone tell me if he's dead. So
Maybe he'll be a better leader that way.
the best Mormon leader is a dead Mormon leader. God, Mary. Okay, that's going a little far.
Really? I don't think so.
Well, I don't want to be like Mormon leaders need to die. That's a horrible thing to say or think. I don't think that, listeners. Jesus, Mary, is that what you think?
I'm pleading the fifth on that one.
You can't say that. What if, like, tomorrow they're all dead?
That's not going to happen, Shelly.
Okay, Mary.
The second coming will occur before all of them die at once, and it will take place in Missouri.
Well, they're all going to be in Missouri telling Jesus, we don't drink wine. It goes against the word of wisdom.
Yeah, I know. That's dumb.
Okay. Anyway, what I wanted to say was I looked up Jeffrey R. Holland to see in what position he was in the Quorum of the 12 Apostles. There's Russell Ballard and then Jeffrey R. Holland. So he's in line. But what I noticed as I was going through, tell me about these names, okay?
All right.
Russell Ballard, Jeffrey Holland, Dieter Uchtdorf, David Bednar,
Dieter Uchtdorf,
Quentin Cook, Todd Christofferson, Neil Anderson, Ronald Rasband, Gary Stevenson, Dale Renland, Garrett Gong, and Ulysses Suarez. Except for two people, this is just a bunch of white dudes. A bunch of white, like pasty white dudes. Nothing against white people. I am white, and so are you. I'm just saying, like, can we get a little bit of diversity in here? It's just a bunch of old white dudes. So I don't understand.
Why are you surprised by this?
I'm not. I am and I'm not. And the reason that I'm not is because, you know what? White dudes run the world, right? And for some reason...
Well, white dudes run Mormonism for sure.
No, for sure. That's what I mean, is white dudes run Mormonism. But they could look a little better if they would have like an African-American... There's African-American Mormons who are bishops and things that could be brought into this group, but they haven't.
Yeah, but I mean, look at our country.
You know what? We need to do an entire podcast about racism and Mormonism because it is bad.
Yeah.
Historically, still, but historically bad. So anyway, that's not what we're talking about today. That dawned on me as I was looking at the pictures of all of these old white dudes.
All right.
Okay. So here's what he said, Elder Holland, if you remember that's who we're talking about.
Okay.
And he's speaking to seminary and institute instructors. So seminary is where the teenagers go for like church training.
What do you mean church training?
There's like Bible school sort of. So you take a seminary class.
They call it seminary?
They call it seminary, but it's basically, no. It's basically you have to go to seminary. If you don't have seminary, 4 years of seminary on your resume, your college application, you will likely not get into BYU.
Okay, I take offense at calling a Bible study seminary.
Yeah, I know. Just like they shouldn't be called bishops. They don't know shit.
Right.
They shouldn't be called apostles. You're not a fucking apostle, dude.
No. This isn't a collegiate level class.
Right. I went to seminary for 1 year.
If that tells you anything.
I know, for 1 year. This address was given to institute instructors, which are, institute is like, in college you can go to institute and take classes. But it's not college classes. Like, you don't get college credit.
Yeah.
Although when you're at BYU, you do have to take a certain amount of religious credits. But it's like Book of Mormon, church history. It's shit. And
it's hard for me to take any of it seriously, honestly.
Anyway.
It all seems completely fake to me.
It is.
I'm starting to think it's fake.
Are you starting to think that?
Yeah, just starting to think that.
That reminds me, we got a letter in last week of someone saying that when they start hearing like people talk about Mormonism, you know, their family and stuff, your voice, Mary, pops into their head. And it's like, I'm starting to think it's all fake.
Oh, wasn't the choir director or the music leader or something.
Yeah, but I got another one in too.
Oh, another one? I'm starting to influence the people.
You are your people's shoulder angel or devil, whatever.
I'd like to think it's a shoulder angel.
I think so. You
With
make
a
people feel better when they're
laugh.
yes, when they're stuck listening to Mormon shit, and then they can hear your voice. I'm starting to think it's all fake.
And you are starting to think that too. Oh, we are digressing again.
Go ahead.
But also on our shop page, we now have I'm starting to think it's all fake t-shirts for sale.
True story.
Yeah, it's all unisex sizes because, I'm sorry, ladies, I know you like special T-shirts, but that was just too complicated for us at this point.
We're not there yet. We don't have the funds yet to pre-order things, to get massive quantities, to make them affordable for you.
In multiple colors.
We would be more than happy to order you one single women's cut for like $79 plus shipping because that's basically what it is to order like in a small quantity.
You know what? I'll send you the design. You can order it yourself at that point. Yeah.
When we get bigger and we are trying,
we'll have them in all colors of the rainbow.
We will. Maybe even tie-dye.
Oh, God. All right. Where were we?
Okay, sorry. Back to Elder Jeffrey R. Holland.
Okay.
So, and this is an address he gave just like a week or two ago to seminary teachers and institute teachers. So teachers in the Mormon Church who are teaching your teenagers and your young adults.
All righty.
So here we go. I'm not going to read a lot of it because I'm just going to get to the damn point.
Get to it.
He's basically saying how these teachers need to teach with passion and authority. And then he talks about Generation Z students. So he's talking about how to teach these Generation Z students who are ages 7 to 22. If you are listening right now and you are age 7 to 22 or the parent of someone age 7 to 22, listen up. This is what your leader, your Mormon leader, apostle who speaks for the Lord, is saying about that generation.
Yikes. Okay.
Generation Z students are often defined by characteristics that might pose challenges to teachers. Broadly speaking, Zs are always wired to some sort of device.
Always?
I mean, he's not super far off on that, but that's not the point, okay? They have perhaps been exposed to flagrant, destructive pornography at early ages. Are we going anywhere over the top? Come on, dude. But it's worse. They tend to support gay marriage and transgender rights as part of everyday life. Because of this sociability, the thin line between friendship and condoning behavior begins to blur.
So start judging your friends.
What a dick.
Yeah. Wow.
So he's telling the teachers who are going to be teaching your children, age 7 to 22, that they need to make sure they draw a line between friendship and condoning transgender and gay rights. They tend to support, you know what? Damn right they do, Eller fucked up Holland. Damn right they do. You know why? Because these kids these days, age 7 to 22, love. They love. They're not being brought up in a society where they're told this person's wicked and this person's wicked and that person's going to hell because they're different. They are taught to love because it's acceptance. They see gay marriage and they're like, well, these people are just normal people. They're not pedophiles. They're not wicked. I'm just going to love them. And society now in America, in most places, except for maybe the Midwest, some places.
Or the South.
Kids already have friends in high school who have been brave enough to come out of the closet. And they don't say, oh, that's bad. We can still be friends, but you're bad.
Yeah, it's a little more accepted in metropolitan areas.
For sure. But I'm saying, like, this is a good thing about Generation X. It's a fantastic... Z. This is a fantastic thing about Generation Z kids. You know what? Asshole, Elder Holland, these are my kids you're talking about here.
That's true.
These are my kids that you are saying are going to be troublesome because they will be accepting.
They're too accepting.
Guess what? Jackass. I'm getting a little heated right now.
Yeah, I hear that.
My kids, my Generation Z kids, ages 7 to 22, accept their mother.
Yeah.
They accept their mom, you fucker.
Yeah.
Come to my door and talk to me with my kids here, and you tell my kids that they shouldn't condone their mom. Tell them that. Yeah, that gets me a little fucking fired up.
Yep.
Best thing I ever did for those kids was leave this stupid-ass cult. Because if they were still in the cult, they would be listening to this shit.
Yeah,
they would be having teachers in seminary tell them, you know what? You have a problem because you condone your mom's wicked behavior. Is that okay?
What they might do is they might do a reading like this and then leave your young kids to wrestle with, wait a minute, they're telling me I'm condoning friends who are gay. Well, my mom is gay. What am I supposed to do with that?
Exactly. If there are any Mormon listeners left, get out of the cult.
Yeah.
This is what they're teaching your Z generation kids, who I think are amazing kids. We talked yesterday or last podcast about how we ran into my friend at Target.
Yeah.
And she was there with her daughter, who is a Gen Z.
Mm-hmm. She sure
and
is.
that Gen Z girl was smart as a whip. She's like, yeah, I've been trying to tell my mom about all the stupid Mormon stuff. You know?
Yeah, they're logical.
Yeah, they're logical and they love.
Yeah, they're loving people.
They're loving people.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I got a little heated about that.
Yeah.
It just dawned on me right now that those are my kids that the church would be telling, hey, don't condone your mom.
Yeah.
How do you love your mom and also think she's wrong and wicked and evil?
That is the big question. How do you show love to somebody and also show that you don't condone and accept their behavior?
You can't.
I haven't figured that one out.
It's the whole love the sinner, hate the sin
But
bullshit.
that doesn't work well.
No.
Not many people are really good at it.
No.
The best way to do it, I think, is just to live your life authentically. And if that means, oh, I don't happen to be gay, then live your life as a straight person, but don't worry about everybody else. Just worry about yourself.
Yeah.
Don't worry about everybody else.
And-
you don't have to show judgment to other people just because you don't happen to identify that way.
No, not at all.
No. You know that expression, get the plank out of your own eye before you take the little twig or whatever it is out of your...
It's a meat and a bone.
What?
Beam. Moat and a beam.
A moat?
I said meat and a bone. That's a new
The
t-shirt.
beam out of your eye.
Get the meat out of your eye before you tell them get the bone out of your neighbors.
Do we need a little anatomy discussion on where to put that meat? Okay.
God, Mary?
I meant your mouth.
Dan,
Not
leave that in.
Better. Not getting better. Jeez.
Okay, stop. It's just kidding. It's going downhill. Stop.
Okay, so the expression is the beam out of your eye before the mote. Or some people say splinter.
Yeah, I don't know.
Splinter
Yeah,
out of
right.
your neighbor's
Yes.
eye. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. Worry about your own stuff.
Yeah. And all you church leaders, stop telling your followers who to judge and how to judge them.
Yeah.
Like, fuck the
That's
fuck off.
basically a lesson on how to judge. That is what
But
that
you know
is.
what, though? I mean, I see where they're coming from because Jesus was super judgmental. Oh, wait. No, he wasn't.
We got the wrong guy.
We got the wrong Jesus.
Well, clearly they're following the wrong Jesus. Their Jesus is coming back to Missouri, and that's real fucked up.
You're right. You follow your judgmental Jesus all the way to
All the way to
Missouri.
Missouri,
with the
baby.
mosquitoes and the swamps. Do it.
Yep.
Lord.
Man, we're going to get a lot of hate mail from Missourians.
Listen, Missouri
Missourites,
listeners, I really don't
Missourians.
have anything against Missouri. It's just the fact that the Mormons think that Jesus is going there and that the Garden of Eden was like, or the place where Adam and Eve went was there. It's just so weird. It's such a random, weird place.
You know, I'm sure if Jesus was a thing that is really going to come back somewhere, he might do a tour of the states, and maybe Missouri will be on the list, and they could throw him a ticker tape parade or some kind of shit.
Oh my God.
Yay, Jesus!
Wait, when Jesus comes back, is he
When?
going to be, well, we're just, Mormon thinking.
Hypothetically.
Is he going to be in a robe or a suit? And will he have a beard? Because the prophets, prophet in total quotations and the 12 apostles have shaved faces, and they tell the Mormon membership to keep their faces clean cut. Like, you can't be at BYU, the Lord's University, and have a beard. Did you know
can't?
that? No.
Why does it matter?
Because of their dress code. Boys can't have any hair that goes over their ears, and they have to have a clean-shaven face.
What if some of their girls have a little mustache problem? Does that go
Yeah, can
against?
girls grow it?
I'm not
sorry, I think
speaking
Jesus will
from
look stupid
experience.
without a beard. Like, he's a beard dude.
Well, okay. A, we have never seen a picture of him. B, we're not actually sure he exists. So there's that.
I mean, if Jesus exists, he had a beard.
You think?
Well, because if the story holds true and he was the rabbi, they had beards, right?
Sure. Seems like he would have a beard. Yes.
He better not shave and go to Missouri. I'll be so disappointed.
I mean, rabbis today, for the most part, have beards.
You see?
Unless they're ladies. There's some female rabbis out there.
Point.
Yeah. Not Orthodox ones.
No. Anyway, we got way off topic.
Woo!
But really quickly, all this stuff that I've been reading from these Mormon leaders lately about that are so homophobic, it crushes me. I want to call my family. I want to email my family and say, your leader just said this. Do you agree with him?
Yeah.
Like, I want to make them say something. Because the silence is just as bad.
But the assumption is that they do.
I know,
Shelly.
and I want them to tell me that they don't, or at least want to present it to them and say, you tell me. You tell me where you stand.
I mean, why would you think they don't agree with they're spoon-fed everything?
No, I think they do, but I want to tell them they said exactly this. Mm-hmm. Do you agree? Like, make them fucking say the hard thing. Make them realize that they are saying, I think my sister is evil and wicked. I think my children and their children should be taught that their mom and their aunt is wrong and bad and is evil and wicked. I want to hear them say it.
Okay.
Because it's one or the other. They either say it or they go against it. You can't be like, well, he might be a little... No. If you're a good Mormon, you agree. Period. Do you think I'm brave enough to say that, to like email him?
I wouldn't do it over email. You'll never get a response.
Well, I'm not going to call him. Well, here's the thing, is my family doesn't talk like in real life, except for my parents' call. I could do it in the family group.
Well, you certainly will never you don't get a response anyway in the family group.
But if I ask a question...
They will ignore you. You could do it anyway.
I want to see what happens.
You could do it anyway.
And I don't know, maybe it's just because I want to punch myself in the teeth, because it's not going to be a good response. But it's like I want to say, do you all recognize the pain you're causing by not standing up against these things? Because I'm telling you, one of my nephews or nieces is going to be gay or already is gay. Mm-hmm. And by their parent not coming out and saying, yeah, you know what? I don't agree with that.
Yeah.
That gay kid assumes that their parent does agree with it. Mm-hmm. And then they are shamed and they feel horrible about themselves and they're way more likely to kill themselves.
Yeah. I don't know what to tell you to do with this family group thing. You're just going to have to wrestle with
I'm
that.
going to sit on it for a few minutes.
Yeah. You're going to have to wrestle with it. My guess is that you will not get a response because they haven't been traditionally very responsive to anything.
Well, I've never posted a question and had not gotten a response.
Right.
I've only posted, the podcast is doing great. Like things that would maybe prompt a conversation, but not a direct question.
Okay. Well, feel free. I don't know what to tell you. Do what you feel is best, Shelly. And I will be here no matter what.
I say what's best is getting drunk and snuggling tonight. What do you say, baby?
I'm sure the listeners are just so excited to hear our later snuggle plans. God.
Well, I'm excited for the plans.
I'm sure you are.
Wait, hold on. I got to put it on my calendar real quick.
Oh, our snuggle date?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Got it down. Are you really putting it on your calendar?
Phone. Sorry, no, I'm not putting it on my calendar. I had to make a post real quick.
I was like, what are you doing over there? I don't know if you're aware of this, Shelly, but we are recording a podcast. Hate to interrupt you.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. Can you put your phone down
Just
and get
did.
back to the podcast here?
Yep.
Whew. Okay. Well, that was it was kind of funny. It was kind of heated. It was kind of sad. So
Yeah.
there was a lot. There was a lot
It
going
really
on.
did dawn on me that
We're talking about your
the church
kids
leadership
potentially.
would want to teach my kids that I am wrong and bad and to draw a line.
Yep. Draw a line.
Fuck you, Mormon leadership. I'll say it again.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So we got a letter last week, and it really just kind of hit me in my chest, and it made me think, and it made me hurt. And I want to share it, and we need to talk about it.
Yeah, I agree. And I felt the same way. We get hundreds of letters, but this was really the first of this type of letter, I would say.
Yeah.
And we reached out immediately to this young man and gave him our phone numbers.
Yeah.
This felt so serious that we wanted to be available for him if he wanted to reach out whenever. We don't have his number.
Right.
And, we are not trained therapists.
No.
And we don't claim to be.
Nope.
And so if there were like some sort of emergency situation, we would try to direct someone to the the proper channels, the proper authorities to deal with this sort of thing, because we are not trained therapists.
We aren't, and the best we can do is listen.
Yeah.
You know?
Yep, and be
talk
supportive.
and listen, but we can't give advice, and we can't.
No, and we don't try to do that sort of thing.
Well, that's not true. I've given advice from time to time, but this is a serious situation.
We
it's
reached out. We gave him our numbers. We told him we loved him and supported him, and we were here for him.
Yeah. Why don't you read it?
I'm going to read it. I'm changing
his name.
Yeah, I'm changing his name. We're calling him Jacob. And he says, I heard about your podcast 4 days ago, and I'm already caught up. I love it so much. I am a 14-year-old boy in the Mormon church. All of my family is very Mormon, and I am secretly gay and against the church because I know what type of a life I would be confined to. I really enjoy hearing your experiences, and I know that there is a light at the end of the tunnel. Recently, I have been heavily contemplating suicide because I feel so trapped in the church, and I am so different from all the other youth. But listening to your podcasts honestly encourages me to do what's best for me. I really thank you for helping me realize I am not alone. Jacob, an inspired listener. Thank you, Jacob.
Yeah, thank you. First, Jacob, if you're listening, thank you for having the courage to write in.
Yeah.
And it was such a relief getting down through the letter and realizing that you were seeing a light at the end of the tunnel and that you were realizing your importance. You are important. You do matter.
Yes.
There is a way out.
Well, and it's tough when you're a teenager living under your parents' roof.
Yeah.
And abiding by their rules and feeling like this is my life. You're in that situation. You're being dragged to church. I was dragged to church against my will. And at the time you think, oh, well, I want to do this, right? You know, that you don't know any other way.
Right.
And then you start to realize, gosh, I am different from these people, and I don't want this life. This is not my life. This is not how I identify. This is not me. This is not for me.
Right.
And then, holy crap, what am I supposed to do? If I say anything, if I act differently, I'm going to disappoint everyone in my world. My parents, my siblings, my friends, my schoolmates. Everyone is going to know that I'm different, and I'm going to just be a big failure, a big disappointment. Well, you know what? You and I, Shelly, are proof that is actually a lie. That is not true. I don't feel like a disappointment.
I don't either. I'm over it.
Yeah, I chose a different path.
And I want to say to Jacob, you are 14 and you are already realizing that this is not for you.
Exactly.
Do you know how lucky you are?
Yeah, that's
That
true.
is so great. I mean, when I was 14, it sucked for me. I hated all of it, but I thought that it was all true.
Yeah.
But you at 14 are so emotionally mature that you can see this is not for me.
This is not for me.
This gives me hope. I tell you, the Z generation, Generation Z, they are amazing. They can think for themselves. You just need to know that there's people that can help you get out. There are people that can give you actual advice. There are people who will love you outside of Mormonism.
Yeah.
There are people within Mormonism who will see your example of leaving and have the guts to leave themselves. You can be an example.
Yeah,
You don't
sure.
have to stay.
You can look at the example of Matt Easton, the BYU valedictorian who came out right there when he was doing his speech, or Savannah Schuyler, who came out of the closet at the pulpit at her congregation, and they turned off her microphone, but that didn't stop her, did it?
And what are they doing now? Oh, wait, we just ran into Matt Easton at Pride, and I said, how's it going? He is so happy. This man glows.
Yeah.
He glows. He is so happy. And you met Savannah. How was she? I was at the bathroom at the time. I didn't get to meet her, but what was she like?
And she is getting ready to start a podcast. She certainly isn't silent. She's now an activist.
Yeah.
She's an HRC representative.
Amazing.
I know.
Amazing.
I
So,
know.
Jacob, there's a place for you. Likely it's not in the church. And I'm just going to say this. I hope that you do not stay. I hope that you do not try to make it work in the church.
Right.
I hope that you know that it is better for you to leave. I'm not saying leave tomorrow. I get it. You're 14. But no, you're going to get out.
Yeah.
You know yourself better than these Mormons know you. Okay?
Yep. You may have to sort of steal yourself away for a little bit. And in that private place, you realize who you really are. And, you know, I kind of had to do this as a teenager I had to be one type of person around my family and who I was to a small group of friends, and you got to do that for a while until you can figure out the rest of your life and get on your feet and realize that once you get to be an adult, you get to make all the decisions.
That's right.
For yourself.
That's right.
And you don't have to do every single thing that your parents tell you to do.
Absolutely not. And when you come out of the closet, because you will, and when you leave the church, because you will, and your Mormon family reacts poorly, because they might, that's on them.
Yeah.
It is on you to be yourself. It's on you to find your own happiness. Their reaction is on them. Mm-hmm. You don't need to worry about that.
But please know that you are a lovable, caring, amazing person.
Absolutely.
There's nothing wrong with you. Nothing at all wrong with you.
You weren't born wrong. You were born exactly who you need to be.
Yeah.
And write us back, please.
Yeah, keep us
updated.
posted.
Yeah.
For sure. Mm-hmm. We want to just make sure you're okay, and we want to check on you and just encourage you. We just think the world of you and just all the hope and all the best for you.
All the love. You're going to make it. You're going to make it.
You are going to make it. Stay strong.
This is an intense one.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah.
Should we end with a Philip story? Because we got it was a little intense,
Yeah, Philip can always drag us out of our whatever.
Of course he can. So this was a few years ago. Philip would have been probably 4, maybe 5 at the most. Okay. And we were at Great Wolf Lodge. It's a big indoor water park that's inside of a hotel. Pretty fun. It's kind of an East Coast thing. Maybe it's not. I don't know. Anyway.
I've never been. Okay. I don't know.
Well, we were there with our homeschool group.
As you do.
As you do. And there were 2 of my friends sitting there, and there's like a kid section of the pool that's got like slides and things and fun stuff. And I had to run to the restroom. So I said, hey, will you guys keep an eye on Philip for me? I'll be right back. And he was wearing, a life vest and stuff. So I wasn't worried like he was going to drown. I just didn't want him to wander off or whatever. So I leave to go to the bathroom. I come back, and these 2 trusted friends that I left to watch Philip, they're just laughing. I'm like, what did I miss? And they're just shaking their heads, and they said, we kind of lost track of Philip for a minute, and then we looked around, where's Philip? And then we saw him. He was standing on top of the kiddie slide, and he had dropped his swimsuit and was peeing off the kiddie slide into the water. I was like, oh my gosh. And she said one of the lifeguards started blowing his whistle, like, stop blowing his whistle. But Philip didn't. And so the lifeguard just sort of shrugged his shoulders like, what am I going to do? It's already done. And Philip pulled his swimsuit back up and slid down the slide.
Ew, just slid right into it.
Yes. And it's so hilarious because this is not shocking that Philip would do this, because I'm imagining his thought process, like standing at the top of the slide and be like,
what would happen?
Well, I wonder, what would happen if I peed down the slide? Because there's water going down the slide. Like, where would it go? What would it do? And so he just did it. And
well, there you go.
There you go.
Now he found out his answer.
He sure did. Ew.
Did. This is why public pools are disgusting.
This is why Great Wolf Lodge will actually damage your lungs, because you're just breathing in so much chlorinated everything. Like, you walk into the indoor pool, because it's huge with all the slides and stuff, it burns your eyes and hurts your lungs.
Well, they probably had to up the chlorine levels based on your son.
Philip. Yeah. Sorry, Great Wolf Lodge.
Wow. Yeah, you might need to write them a check.
Yeah.
Gosh, thanks, Philip, for ending us on a positive note.
I mean, it's a Philip note. Take it or leave it. Whatevs.
Okay. I guess we all just took it.
Sure did.
Right there. Remind me never to go to that place.
Never, ever.
I guess we're going to wrap this one up.
Yeah, we're done.
Whew. Yeah, that was a good one.
That's good.
Thanks for tuning in, everybody, once again. And be on the lookout for another episode of Latter-day Lesbian Letters. Coming at you in your midweek. Until then, steer clear of cults, because they are no joke.
No joke.
We'll talk to you later.
Bye-bye.